water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. Put it into a teapot, it becomes the teapot.
Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. We are doing this set of nails today, which is spiritually inspired by Lilith herself, or I've been tapping, or I've been called to Lilith, or the energy of Lilith lately, and I just wanted to do something for summer before it ended. And yeah, so why not incorporate Lilith in Leo? So yeah, let's nail this together. Episode 1. So right here I am getting my nail shape and length together. I kept debating on whether I wanted to do almond shape or square or what, but you can't go wrong with coffin. You just can't. It's like in between both, and it makes my fingers look more slender and long and lengthy. So yeah, I just can't go wrong. But yeah, so I'm prepping my nails. This is so important. Oh yeah, and this is the first time I'm doing my acrylic nails. Like I've done fills before. Like I'll go to the nail salon and get a full set, and then if they grow out, I'll do my own fill in, and then I'll like soak them off and like either go back to the shop. But this is the first time I've ever done a full set of nails. So just wait till I get to doing my right hand, because as you can see, I am right-handed, not left-handed. But yeah, things get a little interesting. But yeah, so right here I am painting on this red polish that is cat eye effect, and I saw this trend on TikTok or Instagram or something where you paint first and then you put acrylic powder to do like the ombre effect. Listen, I was just winging it at this point, okay? Like once I sat down and started gluing them nails on, everything just went out the window. I knew the colors I wanted to do, but yeah, I was just freestyling at this point. But yeah, so you paint first, and then you put like a nude acrylic and then brush it down to get that ombre effect. And I tried that. I don't know if I got too big of a bead or something, cause look, if your nail tech does this, you see this? If your nail tech does this, you needs to run. You needs to tell her to stop, and you needs to leave. Do not pay. You needs to go. If you paid, you need to get your money back. Especially if she does this. Yeah. You need to give her a cease and desist. Okay? But no, let's just get to the next part. So I went ahead and just skipped the middle finger, the ring finger, and got straight to the middle finger. Just because I had to pause the video and ask myself some serious life questions about my profession. Like, am I really a nail tech if I can't do my own nails, you know? But no, once I laid the ring finger down and started the middle finger, I was like, okay, no, no, I'm a professional. Let me press record again. I need to trust myself, and I need to trust the process, right? You should always trust the process. Like if someone is a professional and they're licensed, you got to just trust the process. And in this case, I needed to trust myself. and trust my intuition and trust my skills and abilities. And yeah, that's what I did. Right here, I'm like adding extra acrylic to my nails because my nail plates are usually pretty thin from just popping off my nails instead of sucking it. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that, guys. But yep, I'm just adding all this acrylic so that I can file it down later, make it harder on myself. And you know what? When I'm nervous, I tend to do things to kind of like prolong the process, almost as if to stall, because I knew that this part was going to be not as challenging than the design part. Or you know what, just doing my right hand, because obviously I'm doing everything with my right hand right now, but later on when I have to do my right hand, because I can't just go with only one hand. I mean, I thought about it. I thought about going to the nail salon and asking them if they could just do one side only. But then I didn't want them to ask me questions like, oh, who did the other side? And, oh, you're a nail tech? Okay. Are you Vietnamese? And just all this stuff. And I just don't want people in my business. And you know what? I wanted to prove to myself that I am ambidextrous. I'm not really ambidextrous. My mother is. I mean, I've done things with my left hand that would prove that I am ambidextrous, like brushing my teeth with my left hand, or yeah, that it's not a lot, but I felt the need to prove to myself, because when I do my own fills or my own dip full set or whatever, I have to use my left hand to do my right hand. And that to me was enough. It was enough for me to just say, you know what, we're gonna do an acrylic full set. Yes, we are. We're gonna do this. Even if it takes us 3 days, we're gonna do it. The spiritual inspirations that led me to the madness of my procrastination and inner conflicts is basically simplified down to the Lionsgate portal, or the 888 portal, 888 portal, okay? Which then led me to the zodiac sign of Leo, because it was August, duh, Leo season. And then that led me to Christ-Consciousness. And then ultimately, Lilith's Energy, okay? Now, let me explain a little bit. So, Lionsgate portal opens around August 8th of every year. And this is like a cosmic event, okay? Like an astrological event that happens every year, usually between like July, the ending of July, and it peaks around August 8th, and then about 8 days after that. So like August 16th is when it like closes, supposedly, right? And with August being the 8th month, and 2024 equals to 8 in numerology, right? Like if you break down 2024 and then you add the digits, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4 equals 8. So yeah, August 8th, 2024, 888. It's the portal, okay? And it was my first time experiencing the Lionsgate on the year of 8. And according to numerology, 8 represents finding a balance between the spiritual world and the material one. And it also means material wealth, financial abundance, and infinite energy. So yeah, this year was supposed to be super potent and all that and more. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people felt some things this summer or during the Lionsgate portal. And to follow that Lionsgate, of course, Leo season, right? Leo season is predominantly in the month of August, and Leo is represented by the lion. So it just goes with Lionsgate, right? And it makes sense. But yeah, so it made sense to me to incorporate something for Leo too. So I was thinking of colors like red, yellow, gold, or even orange, like the sunset, because Leo is ruled by the sun, and it also rules our heart. And I think it's so fascinating how in Christianity or Catholicism, I guess that's the same thing, but Jesus Christ is also known as the Son of God. And in some Catholic churches, you can find pictures of Jesus Christ with the blue robe on and pointing at his heart, signifying that the kingdom of heaven is within you. But yeah, isn't it dope how there's this play on words and just symbology with Leo being ruled by the sun and Jesus being known as the Son of God, and Leo also rules our heart, and Christ is always talking about or pointing at his heart, signifying that the kingdom of heaven is within you. So then I was debating if I should do Catholic nails, like the inspos that I've seen on Instagram and Pinterest. But I'm not really Catholic, and that's not what I was really trying to go for. Yeah, I'm not really trying to fit in this box of religion when I'm doing all this spiritual inspiration stuff. And ironically enough, this was when Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars released the song Die With a Smile. And the colors that they wore, it resembled the colors of the Catholic church nails inspiration that I saw and that I was debating on. And I just think it's ironic that they wore those colors, because there's pictures of Jesus and Mary, and I'm not sure if it's Mother Mary or Mary Magdalene, which is Jesus's counterpart in some translations of the Bible. But Jesus and Mary are wearing similar colors as well, that sky blue with something red underneath, or their heart is red or whatever. But it just makes me wonder if Lady Gaga was on the same vibe with me and the collective. Were we going through the similar thoughts and emotions during this Lionsgate? I mean, of course, she made a whole music video, and I'm just doing a nail design, but to each its own. It's okay. It's all right. Creation is art, and art is art, okay? It counts. But yeah, I had that song on repeat. While I'm doing this set of nails, that song is blasting in the background on repeat. And of course I can't play it for copyright issues, but yeah, I loved it so much. I thought Gaga and Bruno were geniuses for the whole thing, especially with Bruno being in depth with the casino and Gaga creating a song that would be a universal classic. And all the TikToks that I've seen, oh my gosh, that was sending me here comes Gaga rescuing him. And you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of the divine feminine from the whole twin flame theory and ideology, I guess you could say. like the divine feminine energy coming in to save the divine masculine's ass every so often, and even vice versa, right? I just find it interesting how, as I was doing this nail set, and how everything started to come together, and it was just making more and more sense. But for this next part, I forgot to record myself doing this nail design, the flames, and as you can see here, the heart and the sun and the stars and the moon. So obviously I was stressing about doing my right hand with my left hand for no reason, because look at me. I'm thriving. Look at this. I fast forwarded just to get to the point, but I would just use my right hand to pick up the acrylic bead and then use my left hand to lay it down until I kind of got the hang of it. And look at me, I'm even doing the ombre part. And on my right hand, I decided to switch it a little bit, change it up. I'm either real simple, I like to keep it real simple, like a basic plain one color thing, or like a French, or like ombre on all of my nails and no designs, or I'm gonna go all out and do designs on each nails, and they're not going to be, both hands are not going to be identical type of thing, you know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, this felt a little bit easy. I mean, I was on the phone with one of my good friends and she was kind of keeping me distracted. Oh, and I had to fast forward everything just 4 times because of how slow I was actually taking. And this was the next day, because it took me nearly 5 hours to do my left hand. I had to tap out. So this is the next day and I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. If anything, now I'm nervous about the filing part with the e-file, because I've cut myself before using that e-file with my less dominant hand. And yeah, just disregard the thick thighs. Just disregard it, but yes, you're thick or whatever. But yeah, so once I finish with all of that, I go in with a nude, or not nude, clear, to just give it some more, not structure, but thickness, and to encapsulate the ombre that I did right here. So here I'm going in with a file, just a regular file that I got from Zule's Nails. And as you can see, I have acrylic that kind of flooded over to the side walls of my nails. And when this happens and you're filing, oh my gosh, it's painful. But it's okay. That's all right. I'm gonna get through it. I'm gonna get through it. Obviously, right? And this hurts right here. This hurts so bad because my nail beds are short, and that file is just pulling it side to side. Yeah, that was kind of painful. But let me speed things up. Let's get to the e-file. This part, I was using the wrong drill bit, and it took forever. For freaking ever. I had to switch it out at some point, and that saved me a lot of time. Oh, and my fingers started cramping up just from holding it in this position. Oh man. I don't know if I want to make a series out of this. I don't know if I want to keep doing my nails. I might just go to the nail salon after this, but we'll see. We shall see. But yeah, so of course, by now you know that I didn't go with anything that had sky blue in it. The last time I had blue on my nails, I took it off within a week. That shade of blue just doesn't go well with my undertones. So the third or fourth part of my spiritual inspiration, this is where Lilith comes into the picture, okay? I mean, she was already in the picture from the beginning, like from the get, okay? Like she's been popping up into my awareness, here and there, like either on TikTok, or I would hear her name somewhere, I would read her name, or I would just think of her. And if you don't know about Lilith and her important role in the Bible, look, I'm not here to argue or persuade you into believing anything, okay? Just simply sharing my experience. And if you do know about Lilith, let me know down below how you came about knowing her, or any interesting facts that she has in your spiritual journey, if that. Because I'm always interested in connecting with people who are in their spiritual journey, in their spiritual awakening. I'm looking for my soul tribe. Are you part of my soul tribe? You gotta be, because if you made it this far in the video, you stuck it out with me, there's something that resonates between us. And if you feel like you are in my soul tribe, or you like the content that I just made, that I'm making right now, hit that like and subscribe. Even though I hate saying that because it sounds so corny at this point, like every freaking YouTuber says that. And even though YouTube promotes, they want you to say that in your videos. Like, I'm not here to force you to like anything or subscribe to anything. You know what I'm saying? But hey, if you feel me, if you fuck with me and my content, and you want to see more of this, you want to hear more of me, you want to see my face, whatever, yeah, show me some love. Show me some love. But anyways, so let me get back to explaining Lilith, okay? So yeah, so Lilith is a dark feminine placement in the birth chart, known as Black Moon Lilith. And this is when the moon collects and reflects all of our stories, okay, while it's orbiting. And think of the moon as a roving feminine archetype of wisdom and empathy and emotions and all of that, right? Well, the moon eventually reaches apogee. I think that's how you say it. I'm not too sure about that. But yeah, it just means that the moon is at its furthest point in its orbit, elliptical orbit from Earth. It's in its deepest plunge into the void of space. The moon enters Lilith's dark dimension. And this archetype, Lilith, is one of the darkest and very misunderstood or most underestimated placement in astrology, in my opinion. What is it? What is it, Arthur? What is it? Is mommy taking too long? Mommy's taking too long. You want some attention? Sorry, that's my cat, Arthur. But yeah, I love how astrology can tie into religion and theology, numerology, ancient mythology, spirituality, and philosophy, and even to the new age knowledge and into the physical realm. It's just crazy how interconnected everything really is, you know? And it doesn't have to necessarily be in that order, but for the seeker who is on their spiritual path to seeking truth, they can start at any point and eventually see that interconnection. Eventually, you know, they see the oneness, the ultimate truth. If they keep expanding and they don't just settle for mediocrity. But yeah, Lilith holds a very special place in my spiritual awakening and spiritual journey, because she made herself known to me. And when I say made herself known to me, it doesn't necessarily mean that she just appeared out of thin air, but more like my energy aligned to her frequency or her consciousness. at the beginning of my spiritual awakening back in 2020 during the whole pandemic. And I went through something very similar to the story of Lilith. And just to give you a little bit of the biblical text about Lilith, she was the first to be created before Adam, I believe. And her and Adam were in the Garden of Eden, and supposedly Adam didn't like that she was created first, or he didn't want to submit to her when it came to, certain intimate acts, and he didn't like her being on top, or whatever the case, whatever egotistical, patriarchal case. But long story short, she gets kicked out, and I quote, kicked out of the Garden of Eden, and then came Eve, which is her identical twin, which I think is funny, because what? How are you going to replace me with someone that looks just like me but is submissive? Anyways, yeah. When I was going through whatever I was going through, which I'm going to save that story for a different video. Yeah, whenever I was going through my situation and I left my partner, Lilith was who I felt drawn to. And right here where you see me using the black gel nail art brush to paint on black before I can put the gold on top, this is where Lilith shows up in the design, okay? So she represents the shadow self, the dark feminine aspect, and the gold on top symbolized the light body, or the light self, I guess you can say. And you can't really put gold chrome on your nails without having some type of base. Yeah, I could have used white, but it wouldn't have the same color effect as black would. And so, yeah, it just fit. It made sense to me. And the integration of shadow self and the light body, thus creating Christ-Consciousness, the key to the kingdom of heaven within. But yeah, so yeah, this is the incorporation of the inspirations of Lilith and Leo during the Lion's Gate, even Christ-Consciousness, all into a set of nails. Oh, and I had a limit of supplies to work with to create this design, and I had to keep in mind that, my left hand, that when my left hand does my right hand, I need to keep it cute and simple, because yeah, I wasn't trying to spend another 5 hours on my right hand. But yeah, so here I go with the gold chrome, which is so freaking beautiful. And you know what? I was so impressed with myself, so impressed that my left hand drew the black so, right? Like as if I'm ambidextrous. What? Because I am. But yeah, look at that gold. It just looks so beautiful. So classy. So elegant. Yeah, the left hand, my left hand has more of a masculine feel to it, with the whole red cat eye gel, and it was kind of giving the blood of Christ, or the passion of the Christ. As for my right hand, it was giving more of a feminine vibe, almost Sailor Moon, but let me not say that, because that was not what I was trying to go for. But it was giving feminine vibes with the simple 3D nail art, like right here. this, you know, it looks easy to put on, but I was having issues trying to keep it centered and things like that. But yeah, try to keep it simple, keep it demure, very meaningful, very spiritual. And now I'm just like going back and forth on which nail charm I wanted to add right there, and just make life a little easier. But everything else besides this one just made it look very Sailor Moony. We're not trying to go for that. No, we're not. And if you're looking for something that's going to hold that big old nail charm, use the rhinestone 3D nail glue, okay? Right here, I'm just adding a little bit of extra glitter so that whenever I put this heart on top, you get more of a shine in the back. You see it? You see that? Yeah, I was doing a little too much with the 3D nail charms, but it's okay. I proved my point, and the nails served their purpose. And you know what? If you made it this far through this video, I just want to thank you. I want to thank you for your patience and your dedication, because you're a real one for sure. If you made it this far in the video, please leave a thumbs up, and please leave a comment letting me know what you think about this content, about everything that I said, just to let me know that you stuck it out with me, that you're gonna be one of my day ones, my A1s, because that's what I'm looking for right now. The real people that are gonna stick it out. That's what I'm looking for. That's the intention that I'm setting. I'm setting the intention for this video to meet or come across all the right people. The people that will stick it to the end. Yes, let's support each other in this spiritual journey. But yeah, I think I am gonna do more videos like this because I was stressing for no reason. I was just nervous for no reason. Listen, I'm a Virgo, okay? And I do this to myself where I just overthink every little thing until it stresses me out to the max. But I get to it and I do it and I do a great job. It might take me a while, but once it's done, yeah, what can I do? What can't I do? But yeah, I hope that this inspires you to just do you. And don't procrastinate. Get to your dreams and start documenting. If you're not on YouTube posting videos, you need to be on YouTube posting videos. Okay? Again, it's 1:33 in the morning. My voice is starting to get hoarse. I don't want to do any more voiceovers. But yes, thank you for watching. Thank you. Bye.